Here in Central Oregon, we are experiencing a housing crisis like many other places around the country. People like teachers or nurses or other careers that people get into and think, oh, I can, afford to live in a community where I work and support my family. It's just not the case in Central Oregon.
And I came and visit here at one point. It was so beautiful. It's like, this is something for my wife. So my wife comes here and she says, this is a place that we could raise our kids. I started living in a mobile home. And I was seeing the prices of the houses, and I'm like, this is gonna be like mission impossible for me to buy a house here in Central. Like I work, but it's just not enough.
I work full time. I volunteer in the community. I work with a nonprofit. I work really hard, but I also knew that a house with my own income as a single mom was just completely out of the question until I found Rooted Homes.
Rooted Homes is a nonprofit that builds affordable homeownership opportunities for the local community.
We separate the cost of the land from the home, and in doing that, we ensure that the homes are forever affordable. Whether you're a donor or community member, just knowing that these homes will always be the communities and be accessible to folks in the community that couldn't normally purchase a home.
Really, it was just kind of those first steps into taking a chance and being brave and trying to forge forward, knowing that, yes, it was going to be a very difficult process, but trying to find what resources might be out there in our community.
Throughout the process was like, do you have any concerns about the process? Do you need anything about the financial side? Not only that you're welcome, but they're approachable.
There is so much language that you don't understand, that's not accessible to you, processes that are so far above your head. And being able to have Rooted Homes guide me through each of those steps was invaluable.
We had to go through a couple of different classes in order to be ready for homeownership. As soon as I got the call that the house was going to be mine, we got ushered into neighbor impact housing classes and budget classes.
They've really done an excellent job at helping me to deeply understand this process, what Rooted Homes does, what it's like to have a land lease.
I want you to succeed in every way possible, and I'm gonna hold your hand through that. It's really hard to fund stewardship programs because it's just operational funds.
There's a stereotype to affordable housing, and it doesn't have to be that way. It's a home that should be constructed to the highest standards. There's no reason that we shouldn't be aiming or having that as our mission. Most importantly for me was building these homes that I think anyone would be happy to live in, that I'd be happy to live in, that are net zero homes, they have solar panels on them, we're driving down utility costs for the homeowners, making them a comfortable place to live. So I think all of it works really cohesively together to create a great product.
When I was in that place with the realtor and everything, like they're signing, that's when it really kicked in, like I'm really gonna own a house.
Over and over again, it was learning about who I was and learning how I could show up in this community as the most whole version of myself and create something that I had never seen before.
Having a home for the first time and having that imagery in your mind of your children growing up here and having somewhere safe and stable, there's nothing that matches that feeling in the world.
Everything that I work for, like it has a meaning on it. And then my family is protected, right? For example, my kids, some of them decided to, because they're grown up, hey, Dad, I want to go and live by myself, good. But if something happens, they have a homeward to come.
I do this because I believe that without it, our community suffers, that people don't have a sense of belonging and responsibility. But with it, people feel grounded, people feel connected.
When we can offer permanent affordable housing in a community, that means that generations to come will have opportunities to buy a home here in Central Oregon. I'm a first-generation home buyer in Central Oregon and grew up here and with a family that was really destabilized not having access to affordable housing and affordable homeownership opportunities in Central Oregon.
When you own a home, it's like impacting, and now my kids are gonna have more wealth than me, and they're gonna do so much better for my grandkids as well when they have them. This is what you impact. One family could impact like a whole set of people.
I want to reach families that think homeownership is not possible for them, that it's a far-fetched dream, especially in this area, that it's not. And you, as a working class individual, have a place to reach out to.
When you give to Rooted Homes, your donation is a donation that lasts a lifetime and beyond. When we build homes, we ensure that those homes will forever be affordable. And so that gift really keeps on giving to future generations of Central Oregonians.
Truly being able to have something that is long-lasting and belongs to you, and that if you wanted, you could turn over to your children, and like truly being able to have a stake, I think, in the community in a much more tangible way than when you're a renter. You're a homeowner in this community now.